Hello and welcome along to the latest edition of Greyhound Gold. David Short and Brett Honey with you. How do you do, Badger?
G'day, Shorty. Going well. Welcome back after a couple of weeks on the sidelines. Hopefully you go pretty well first up, but really excited for another big weekend. Got the Mandurah Oaks, of course, on Friday night. Sometimes the Oaks can, sometimes lack in depth, but I don't think that's the case this year. We've got a really good field there on Friday night, which serves as a nice lead up to the WA Oaks in a few weeks. Looking forward to that. Another good card at Cannington. Hopefully we can find a few winners.
Indeed, we'll be certainly doing our best, but before we do that, let's go back to last Friday night there at Mandurah, cracking Mandurah Derby final. Off box number one, we see Sunset Peppy begin really well, roll to the top. Sunset Nightjar and Kane Stark are there. Sunset Tyson, Myaniki Boy, Sunset Comanche all behind those. Sunset Peppy continues to roll along up front. Sunset Nightjar and Kane Stark are right there. Turning for home though, and things start to change a little up front here. Have a look at Myaniki Boy charging home. Sunset Comanche also there, but Myaniki Boy takes over late and gets the job done, beating Sunset Comanche and Kane Stark back in third. 583, 16, 15, 27.05, 1 3/4 by 2 lengths. Congratulations to Adam Smithson and Connections. Geez, he's been a wonderful dog down there at Mandurah over the 488 metres, Myaniki Boy. He drew awkwardly. He was really, really clever in the run there, Brett. He just cruised across, one off the rail, bided his time, didn't force the issue, and when the door opened up, bang, he was there to pounce. A stunning win for a dog that has really owned that 488 metre trip at Mandurah for some time now.
He has. He can run time there, but he's got some serious ticker as well, this dog, because from so far he's been a lot better at Mandurah, but he has come from as far back as 6th to win at Cannington before, and that was a serious Derby field we saw there on Friday night. There's a lot of fast dogs in that race, but I think he's a race dog. He's a full race dog these days. I think Myaniki Boy, he's only had 22 starts, so I think he's only going to get better at Cannington, and again, there are dogs going to this WA Derby series in a few weeks who can run their 29.5s and 29.6s that Myaniki Boy hasn't so far, but I think he can only improve on the clock, and he's shown he's a proper race dog, and that's going to take him a long way in that Group 2 feature. So congratulations to Adam Smithson and Connections there. It's been a gradual improvement with this dog over a long period of time since he's stepped onto the track, and he'll be a force to be reckoned with in the WA Derby. Make no two bones about that.
Yeah, look, he's just a really clever dog. A lot of dogs would have panicked when they found themselves in the spot that Myaniki Boy did, but he just was really, really clever, kept his revs up, waited for the opening, and then really cashed in late. Super run from a really nice dog in Myaniki Boy. Let's get down to the business of finding you a winner or two for this upcoming weekend down there, Mandurah Friday. I'm looking to get it early. Race 1, number 1, Mrs. Cropley. Really talented speedster from a very good litter. There are a bunch of dogs in this litter that are really young, but gee, they've hit the track running good times. Very professional, and Mrs. Cropley just looks the class runner here off the inside. I think it'll spear to the top, game over. And a little bit deeper into the card, race 4, number 5, Rare Speed. Excellent record track and trip, this dog, and gets the beneficiary of a nice downgrade. No walk in the park. There's some good quality opposition in this particular event, but if it can just get the start right, which it generally does in this grade, I think you'll find it'll take a fair bit of stopping. So race 1, number 1, Miss Cropley, on to race 4, number 5, Rare Speed. My 2 key plays Friday night, Mandurah. Who do you like?
Yeah, I didn't think it was a straightforward card, Shorty, but I'm going against you here. My best bet is race 4, number 1, Solid Tank. I thought he gets the best run of the century here. Sunset Blackhawk in box 2 has early speed and wants to get right up the track. Thought that was going to make it tricky for those dogs drawn in the middle, so I thought Solid Tank from the red could show a bit of speed, can go around that 22.3 mark, and just with this race panning out how I think it might do, I think he might be able to sneak away Solid Tank. He's a fairly consistent competitor. So race 4, number 1, Solid Tank should be an okay price as well. And for a bit of value, I'm going to have a throw at the stumps here. Race 5, number 1, Brain Teaser. Can be conditional sometimes with her effort, Brain Teaser, but when she's on song, she's a pretty handy dog, and it's a very deep race, so we'll get a very big price here. But with boxes 2, 3, 4 all wanting to use a bit of the track, I thought Brain Teaser could get a beautiful run up the inside here. Can show some early pace, and I definitely thought that Brain Teaser could run a nice race and certainly fill one of the minor placings. So race 5, number 1, Brain Teaser to go. Race 4, number 1, Solid Tank, a pair of ones there on Friday night, Shorty.
All right, moving to Saturday night here at Cannington, and key play for me, race 5, number 3, West on Booney. She's a versatile dog. Of course, the Galaxy winner, can win over all trips. Was over the 600 last week. comfortable viewing. Back to the 500 here. Just needs to get it right through that first corner, but if he posies up anywhere near them, he's such a strong dog and such a great chaser. He finds ways to win this dog. He's a prolific winner, and I think he'll get the job done again. Race 5, number 3, West on Booney. Looking for a bit of value deeper into the night. Race 8, number 8, Speedy Genie. Tremendous record when drawn off the track, Speedy Genie, going really nicely at the moment. Looked to be the sort of race where it could bob up at a decent price. So for me, race 5, number 3, West on Booney. Race 8, number 8, Speedy Genie.
You've come back with a bang, Shorty. We're all against each other this week. My best bet, race 8, number 2, Fizzy Chrissy. Look, she's a very good dog, Fizzy Chrissy. Can run really good times and drawn underneath Esperance Ace, who's been racing at Mandurah and does want to use a fair bit of the track. So I thought Fizzy Chrissy's going to get a lot of room here. Can run well under 22 seconds, can get around that 21.6 mark and be very hard to beat. That's race 8, number 2, Fizzy Chrissy. And then going against you again, race 5, number 4, Flying Frida. First up for Team Hulse. Last start, I was over 700 metres and clocked a 5:44 early split over 715 metres, which would lead a lot of 275 metre races, you got to remember. And there's not a lot of speed outside Flying Free. She's got a good 520 metre record. I think if you're going to get her over this distance going forward, it's going to be fresh. And in a very good race, I thought around the 460 wasn't a bad price. So race 5, number 4, Flying Frida. It's got race 8, number 2, Fizzy Chrissy there Saturday night. Plenty of differing opinions there, Shorty. Hopefully we can get a collect between us.
Let's hope so, Brett. Yeah, crossing of the swords over the next couple of nights there, Friday, Mandurah, and
be
also
a worry if we both go
Saturday.
winless.
Yeah, well, let's not factor that into proceedings. I'm pretty comfortable that at least one or two of mine will be able to sneak home, so I think we'll be okay, Brett. If you're looking for some entertainment options, why not come and cheer your Chargers on Friday night down there at Mandurah, Thursday nights at Mandurah, always going off. Get along with a group of friends and family, or head here to headquarters on a Saturday night. Of course, Cannington, a great entertainment option each and every weekend. That is us done and dusted for another week. Thanks as always for your company. Make sure you're tuned in again this time next week for our next big edition of Greyhound Gold.